Hey, fellow traders, Black Coffee Trader here on a Tuesday, October the 21st. Some good, some bad today. Overall, pretty happy with the day. Had a red day on, really a net red day on the funded accounts, but had a good day on the Apex accounts and a little bit of red on the other ones. And also had a good day on some evals. So that was it. That was good. The negative really for today is I was in the short on gold this morning and had an opportunity to get a really, really good trade, and I messed it up. So as you can see, here's the original entry, looking for a break and retest below this level. Had to sit through a little bit of drawdown, not too bad, and almost got stopped out, but didn't quite get stopped out. And then we started to get the move, and on this pretty strong flush, I added another contract. I was only in with 1 micro, added one more contract, and then we started to stutter, and I took profit. And my stop was set at break even, and I took profit not realizing that I took my profit really close to where my second entry was. And while that was a decent little profit, we then started to push back higher, and I was afraid of getting stopped out, and I had to exit the trade. So we ended up getting out of there with about $160 in profit, but we really could have, if I would have just held and been okay with a break-even stop out there, we probably could have gotten about a $500 to $600 trade probably. So a little bit sad, a little bit disappointed with myself on just the execution and the management of that. That was not very good. And just again, when I'm adding in, that is typically where if I make mistakes in the hold of the trade or where to take profits, that's where it happens. So anyway, just something I need to work on. But great setup. Loved the entry. Everything about that trade was excellent. Just the management of the profit taking was not great. So you learn something. That was on these accounts, and then I think I took a second trade. No, I actually took a trade here on those accounts prior to that. I took a short here on NQ, caught the little flush down here for, I don't know, $70 or so, and then pushed back higher and stopped out break even. So that was the 2 trades I took on the Apex accounts to bring those at plus 220, 225. Not a huge day, but definitely a little bit better. And we're green on those in the week. That's good. Now, as far as the other accounts, the take profit account and the lucid accounts, here you can see, well, let me just back up. Yes, I took a long trade here on ES looking for a break and retest above the prior day high. Decent little setup. Just didn't play, got stopped out there. And unfortunately, we pushed higher and then got this flush. And this was right when Trump, I think, was speaking. And at the time, I went long right here. Yeah, this was the trade I was in for a while. Took a long here on the Russell as we pushed above here, rejected the prior day high, and started to get a push. And I was looking at this, and I really like this previous level of support, holding. We had flushed through it, and it looks like we're re-holding, and I was for a move to the upside. I really like that play. Just a clean setup there. So took the long entry, added after this little wick, I added somewhere in here. So I was in with 4 contracts. And then as I think Trump started speaking and this market just tanked, and I almost got stopped out right here. And then we pushed all the way back up, almost got to break even, and then ended up getting stopped out. So a little bit disappointing. And then we just kind of bled lower. I think that was about $150 loss on the accounts there. And then I think the last one might have been the NQ. Yeah, this was a forced trade, and I have to stop doing this. But I looked at this as this was the Trump move, and then we kind of held and pushed higher, got above VWAP, and I noticed this level, this area. I did not have this yellow area marked, or this gold color marked, but I had noticed that if you look at the prior day, we had some holds in here, and in the overnight we were holding below that area, and then we touched it, pushed through it, and then we were at that point where I took this trade, we were starting to hold above it again, and I talked myself into taking that entry. And it really ended up just, as soon as I got in the trade, unfortunately, boom, stopped me out. And then we continued to chop, and I thought, well, gosh, I just was in too early. But at that point, I was down, the 370, and I was like, you know what, I'm walking away. And then we ended up getting another flush here into the day. So it was not the greatest day. I mean, really on NQ, we were pretty much in a channel all day, just kind of in this channel. I didn't even look at the numbers here, but we're basically from the 340s to the 220, so a little over 100-point channel today, which is not ideal for me to trade. So is what it is. The other positive was on the evals. I did have a really nice trade on gold this morning, simultaneously with this other trade, or really close to it. I took a short on gold, pretty much at the same entry, just a single contract, and got out of there right there. I actually left for a while and left this trade on, and it just didn't quite get to my full profit target. So I definitely left a little bit of money on the table there, but we got out of there with about 380 in profit on those 4 accounts. So they're at just about, I need just a little over 500, and we'll have those accounts passed. So that's the other win for today. And good day. The biggest thing was right here. I was in the right trade, just mismanaged it on the Apex accounts, and is what it is. Even though we had a green day on those accounts, that was the long and the short of how that all played. Let's take a quick look at TradeZella just to kind of get a scope for the day. Down 450. Win rate not that good. Average win to loss was okay. On the week, I think we are down a couple $100. Nothing too crazy. Down 300, 40% win rate. Average win to loss is positive. So yeah, just kind of a ho-hum, slow start to the week, and so be it. So anyway, that is that. Other thing I did buy that a Tradeify account so that I could join the contest. So I did buy a Tradeify eval. I was not going to add more evals until we get payouts, but decided I was going to do that so I could get into that contest. And so I did that. Did update my expenses. I didn't realize that I hadn't updated them in a while, and I'm a little bit alarmed at where those are sitting. So we definitely need to stick to our game plan and push these accounts up towards a payout and start cashing in some money, and before we add a whole lot more expenses. So anyway, that is that. So day. Okay with it. One red day on the other accounts, as I call them. Let's look at the week. We are down 200. We're down 240, 250, 230 on those accounts, and up about $130 on the Apex accounts. So that's not bad. We can come back from that. So anyway, I'll leave you with that short and sweet update here. And again, thanks for supporting the channel. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Take care, and so long.